Hello and welcome to Camp Xbox, where we cover everything Xbox, new and old. And on today's episode, we are talking about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X, a launch title and exclusive game to the original Xbox. At the time, the Tony Hawk video game franchise was absolutely giant, with Pro Skater 1, 2, and 3 having already launched to major success by the time 2X came out in November of 2001. All three being extremely fun arcade titles for PlayStation, Nintendo 64, and Dreamcast consoles, taking fun, fast-paced skating action with a deep combo system and making the skating game genre an absolute staple in the video game industry. Here in 2X, we get a nice package of 1 and 2, and even more new levels in a tight package, even before it was done in 2020 with Pro Skater 1+2, which is out now on modern consoles. As a whole package, both Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 are great games by themselves. Maybe the first one is a little clunky and the goals are limited looking back now, but especially with 2, I think that game still holds up. That game created the 2-minute, fast-paced, goal-oriented gameplay and put it almost to perfection. Treyarch had to take both of these releases and put them together for the Xbox console, and honestly, I don't think it was that hard of a task because it already had that winning formula. And let me tell you, on older generation consoles, this is the premier way to play those original Tony Hawk titles. It takes the updated modern controls that 3 had and places those into the first 2 games. You can do a lot of extra stuff as well as manual to make those point challenges quite easy, especially for a seasoned player, but it still feels really satisfying and it feels wonderful to play. Also, trying to reach those special goals of just doing like random things within the time limit still feels well done, retaining exactly what made these first games so great. Graphically, it's a huge upgrade, taking the power of the Xbox and really capitalizing on it to make levels feel crisper and draw distances feel a whole lot better. Some of the level design from the original game already felt a little bit outdated only a few years later, but it's a nice touch that they added on all of these levels to really make the content in this game huge. It's quick to beat, but difficult to unlock everything, asking you to complete all goals to unlock some levels, and beat it with multiple pro skaters to unlock all of the skaters. What I love is all of the additional content that got thrown on the 2X. It wasn't enough that they had levels from 2 games, but they included 5 bonus levels. And to my knowledge, none of these levels have been seen much of anywhere else in the entire franchise. And these levels are solid, and they really try a lot of different cool things, trying to push the Xbox hardware, such as the club level, which I really enjoy, which has a lot of strobe lights and projectors in it trying to show off the lighting that the Xbox could pull off. Both games in this package feel extremely tight, and it's what you'd expect from the Tony Hawk franchise. It's really incredible and has a lot to offer from the start. It's a game I personally go back to constantly if I'm looking for that arcadey style of the Tony Hawk franchise. This is the start of an amazing collection of games that Tony Hawk and Neversoft would bring to the Xbox system, and I highly recommend this because it's an incredible starting point. Something about the fast-paced nature and the smoothness of the skating creates something really addicting, and it's hard to put down. In preparation for this episode, I beat this game in one whole sitting. I simply could not put this game down. The gameplay here, mixed with the incredible Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 soundtrack, is a nostalgic joy, and even offers the excellent feature to include your own music from the Xbox's hard drive. It's one of the best launch titles I've covered so far, and it really is up there with Project Gotham Racing, and on my ranking list, it comes in at a very close second. It's a fun, addicting game, and it's exactly what you'd want from a sports title. And I highly recommend you check out this gem. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment if you have any games you'd love for me to cover, or if you have any Tony Hawk game memories. I'd love to hear from you, and we'll catch you here next time at Camp Xbox.